Do, 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 do. Oh, I'm live. You know what time it is.
Peanut butter
I gotta
jelly
get my
time.
lips a
Peanut
little
butter
moist.
jelly time.
There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Peanut butter jelly. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly in a big bucket. Who's here? Who's here? I see someone's here already. I see. Who's here? Pranav's here. Who else? Who else is here that I got to say hi to? Oh, I have a little feedback going on there. And Kit's here. Official Pug Gamer is here. Did y'all see the title of my live? Did you see the title of my live today? Don't worry, I'm not giving any spoilers. Silix Khan from Tennessee. I'm like, right, I'm your neighbor. Silix, I mean, kinda, isn't? Aren't we touching? Maybe not. Maybe we're not neighbors, but we're like down the street. Because I'm in Missouri, St. Louis. What part of Tennessee? Well, no, Missouri touches Tennessee because, right, if I go down 55, hit Memphis right there. So that part of Tennessee. We are neighbors. I was right. Oh, pray now. And Kid Hearts. Now, did y'all see the title of my live today? Because yesterday I saw sneak peek of Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. Yes, I did. I did. I saw a sneak peek of it. Old Hickory. Silix, I don't even know if that's a town. That ain't no name of a town, Old Hickory. I never heard of that town. Aunt Kit said, I was eagerly waiting your live. No, didn't read the title. Just saw your notification came here. Who cares about this? Ah, Aunt Kit. Mwah. Tina's here. She saw Star Wars too. Harry's also here. And all my peoples are here. A lot of them. It's a city. That ain't no name. Is that really the name of a city? Tina, did you know this? Old Hickory is a city in Tennessee. I thought that was a tree. I thought that was the name of a tree. Learn something new every day. All right, Rupam's here. Now the party can get started. We can get started. Oh, look, Tina's saying it is a real place. It is. All right, I believe y'all. Pabria, I'm doing good. I hope your issues with Sharky Strike have been quelled. Waiting to see your reaction to the bar trailer. So first of all, the copy strike thing, it wipes off your system after 3 months. So that was more than 3 months ago. It wiped off, so it's no longer there. Although they did not take it like this. I had to wait it out. Even though those people I contacted, they were like, "Oh, we'll take it off." It was never taken off, and it was. And I had to wait for the 3 months for it to be over. Secondly, I did do a reaction to the bar trailer. Number one, they blocked it. So first they blocked it. That wasn't like a copy strike. They just went and they blocked the reaction. But then I did I did a little dispute. I disputed it on YouTube. And I was like, hey, this is this is the fair use and all the legal terms and all that. And then they got rid of my block and it's back up. So if you want to watch my reaction to the bar, it's back up finally. It came back up last night. It's there. But I had to dispute it. I was like, I saw other reactors had their reactions up for it, and those weren't blocked. I was like, why did they single me out and block me? So I was like, I'm disputing this. And I guess they saw the error in their ways because right away, like it was not long after when I hit the little dispute thing that they released it. So you can see it now, the bar trailer reaction. All right. I hope fine. Also, y'all talk, look at Hari and their friends and Kit. They're all friends. Sue Lord's here. Just discreetly, can you tell us how was Star Wars recent movie? Yes. I don't want to give spoilers. Of course not. Of course not. I don't want to give spoilers. But Rupert, all right, we'll get to my game show talk in a minute. That's what I should have named this, huh? I should have. All right. First, let's talk about Star Wars because that's the name, that's the title of my live today. You know, I won't give spoilers and everything. I liked it. That's ain't all I'm going to say. But I liked it. I enjoyed it. You know, the J.J. Abrams is back directing it. The one who directed The Force Awakens. He was directing. And I felt like you can kind of tell that he was like did the direction of this because number one, it felt like he's like a fan of Star. He is one of those fans who loves to stay like true to like the classic kind of series and things like that. I felt like this was a great nod to like the classic kind of Star Wars. I mean, it had the music. Oh, can I just say, whenever I always forget that composer. He's a famous composer who does the music for Star Wars. Whenever I hear just in the battle scenes or them talking and dun dun dun, like the music for, I get goosebumps. Just that dun 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 dun. I get goosebumps. The music was spot on. I mean, it builds up every little thing. The battles is like a true. I mean, just a fun back and forth battle in the Star Wars, like a true Star Wars kind of series. Where the stormtroopers can't hit nothing, but now they're flying. You saw that in the trailer, so that ain't like a spoiler. They showed them flying up, and they showed a lot of like those. Like I feel like the trailers showed a lot, but also I feel like the trailers. I'm gonna say this, John Williams. That was it, Tina. You know I don't remember names. I'm gonna say this though about the trailers and how they mess with you, because Tina. Have you seen all the trailers for the Star Wars before going to see this movie? I feel like there was parts in the trailers that didn't even make it into the original movie. Or when I say the original movie, I thought there's parts in the trailers that didn't even make it into movie. They did that for like some of the Marvel stuff. I remember Infinity War, they showed some stuff, and then people were like, that never even made it into the movie. I feel the same thing. Because there was some part, like everybody was like, what? Like they were going crazy about. I was like, that was never in the movie. Tina said, my sons and I talk about a lot. There's a lot of instances where this happens. Those last minute cuts that are made. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there were scenes and but why would they do that, Tina? Why would they show it in the trailer? Oh, you're saying because they did it last minute. I think they do it to mess with you. I think they do that to mess with you. Because I like there's one scene in particular, I'm not going to say it because I don't want to spoil nothing, but there's one scene in particular I was like kind of waiting for. I was like, oh, when's this going to happen? Never made it. I was like, I bet that scene was not like a last minute cut. That scene was not a last minute cut. That the scene that is I'm thinking about right now. Oh, Anna Kid said, who is Tina? I don't see anyone named Tina. Footprints and pixie dust is Tina. I need a tissue. Here's one. I always, because you know how I tear up and stuff, but my nose is just running a little bit. I need a tissue. So yes, I felt like there was like parts that didn't make it. I'm still like, there's a lot of twists and turns. I will say this, you get more of the backstory of Rey, because I mean, really to this point, you really know hardly nothing about her. They're like, you're nobody, you're this, right? You're a scavenger and this and that. I feel like this one gives a lot more to the backstory of Rey. A lot. Like you're gonna know Rey after, like you and Rey, y'all gonna be like BFFs, like knowing each other is what I'm saying. Well, you'll know her. She won't know you. Right? Like you're going to get, that ain't no spoilers. You're going to get you're going to know a lot more about Rey is all I'm saying. That ain't no spoilers. They're just going to, that's something, that ain't Tina. See, I feel like some people like, oh, there's spoilers and that How else are you going to tell them the stuff? Twists and turns. That ain't no secret. That ain't no secret. I didn't tell you what about her. I just said they're going to get more of her back. Like you're going to know more about her. I ain't going to tell you the spoilers of it. Don't y'all, nobody come in here if they even read leaks. Because some people are like, oh, is this leak true? They were tweeting me. Is this leak true? I was like, don't be tweeting even seeing if leaks are true. Because first of all, I ain't telling y'all if it's true or not. No, I'm not going to spoil it. I'm just going to say you're going to see a lot more of that. I wish I could listen. I feel like after it comes out, I need to come back and talk about some more things because there's spoiler parts to me where I'm like, this don't make no sense to me. That's why I'm like, I feel like I need to see this again. At least a second, like soon. I feel like I need, as soon as it comes out again, I need to be up in that theater seeing things that I missed because like towards the ending stuff, I was wrapping up things. I don't know if they just cut too much stuff out that it confused me a little bit. I don't know much of like the backstory of the Star, not the backstories, but I'm just saying I'm not one of those Star Wars fans that read all the books after that and knows all the names of the species. I don't know my Star Wars that well. I just enjoy the Star Wars series. But towards the end, I feel like I'm like, what? I feel like it's gonna get mixed reviews too. Now, number one, I'm gonna say right now, I enjoyed it. It was fun. It didn't disappoint me as far as a Star Wars movie. Like I enjoyed it. The battles and all that kind of stuff was fun. Even the twists and turns. I mean, think of all the Star Wars movies in the past. You gotta have twists and turns. When Darth Vader's like, Luke, I can't even do the Darth Vader voice, but he's like, I'm your father. And then you find out that the Leia's is the sister. I mean, that's all crazy stuff that happens in Star Wars. You're going to get all that kind of stuff in this with the fun battles and the different planets and the different species stuff. You know what it is. I'm going to tell y'all this is what it is. Tell us about the photo behind you on the wall. All right, I'll tell y'all. I'll get to it. It can't be fixed because of the Last Jedi. I didn't hate The Last Jedi either. I wasn't one of those that hated it. It wasn't my favorite. But I'm going to tell y'all, this is the conclusion I made. Okay, this is the conclusion that I had. This is going to wrap it all up for you. I enjoyed it. I feel like with The Mandalorian out on Disney Plus, I love The Mandalorian so much. Like The Mandalorian, when a new episode comes on there, I'm on it like this. The new character. I mean, Baby Yoda's like he's the person of I don't even know. He's the Yoda of 2019, not person. He should have made the times with that Greta lady that Trump was mad or the Greta girl. Like, you know what I'm talking about. Baby Yoda is like the new orange is the new black. You know what I mean? Baby Yoda is like the thing everywhere now, right? The new characters. Mandalorian is done just so well. And look who's behind it. You got the John Favreau guy, right? You got him. That I can never say his name. John Favreau, he's number one of the biggest Star Wars fans. I mean, like not biggest, but I'm just saying he's huge Star Wars fan. Huge, right? You got that. Who else is doing The Mandalorian? The Dave Filoni. He's done the Rebels. He's the one behind the Rebels. He's done, I don't know if he did Clone Wars, maybe, but he studied under like George Lucas himself. He worked under George Lucas. Like George Lucas like bred him to be like the successor kind of the Star Wars series. I feel like. I mean, he studied under George Lucas himself. He studied under him. So you got these two guys, I think, and Favreau, like I think he's like a great director and everything too. Like y'all got be mad. What, you didn't like The Lion, right? Didn't he do The Lion King, Jungle Book? I liked him. I like those. I think he's a great director. You got them two just doing this Mandalorian. I think it's just amazing. The Mandalorian. And then I go and see the Star Wars, this one. And I'm like, this is still good. But I'm like, I feel like I'm comparing them. Did you do this, Tina? I feel like I'm like, I enjoy Star Wars. It was fun. It was good. But in my mind, I'm like, it ain't no Mandalorian. Is that bad? Did you feel like you did this too, Tina? This is how I felt like. I was like, yeah, I enjoyed it. I liked it. It was the end. Oh, I loved it. Blah, blah, blah. It was fun. It had this, it had that. You got a lot of answers for things and twists and turns for things. But I'm like, it's still in my mind. I'm like, it ain't no Mandalorian. And there was even one leak that I did. Like, that's why I said I stay away from the leaks and all this. But one of my friends told me about this leak. And they were saying, Prabria, don't you leave, Prabria. I'm almost done talking about Star Wars. And then I'm going to talk about my game show. All right. What was I saying? Oh, now, see, Prabria done made me lose track of what I was going to say. Anyway. Oh, I remember about the leaks. I said, all right, Prabria's eating. All right, just as long as you're back. No. So I said, I did hear one thing from a friend who said, oh, they had this leak that this last Star Wars was going to have kind of a tie-in. Oh, Evans, I'm talking about Star Wars. Don't worry, I'm not no spoilers. But hi, Evans. Go back to work. Don't get in trouble being at work talking to me. All right, I'm going to get this final thought out. Final thought. Like I said, my mind's Mandalorian. I was like, watched this Star Wars. I felt like, oh, it was no Mandalorian. Before going into seeing The Rise of Skywalker, I was like, my friend told me, she was like, oh, I heard there could be like a Mandalorian, like tie-in kind of to this movie, that maybe you'll see something about the Mandalorian in this movie. And even like when the new episode of Mandalorian comes out, like people are like, oh, I don't want to watch it because it could like talk a little bit about like this last Star Wars movie. Like that was like talks, right? So I was watching. This is something I could have missed. I don't know. But I kept watching for some kind of like tie. That's why you should never read the leaks beforehand. I kept watching for some kind of tie-in like that. I didn't see it. I was like, that they lied or something, or I missed it. They lied. Or I'm like, Cyborg Man, I'm not. No spoiler because I haven't watched it, but also is Kylo repairing his helmet a metaphor for JJ fixing Johnson's mess? I'm not. You just said no spoilers, and then you're going to be talking about Kylo's helmet? Anyway, yeah, I kept like looking for like a Mandalorian thing or reference or any kind of like thing for, and I was like, oh, I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything about that. And then I was kind of like saying, I was like, I thought they was gonna have something with the Mandalorian. That's just because I'm just such a fan of the Mandalorian. Even watching this new Star Wars movie, I was like, they should have had the John Favreau, and Dave helping this because they have made the Mandalorian just amazing, I feel like. And this Star Wars was good. I enjoyed it. There was no Mandalorian. The end. That's all I'm saying about Star Wars. And you're going to watch it. It was still good. I would not say don't go watch it. I wouldn't say it's terrible. I enjoyed it. I liked it. I'm going to go see it. Right when I can, I'm going to go see it again. But still, to me, it was no Mandalorian. All right. Where is, I got a lot of comments to catch up on, don't I? Oh, people wanted to hear about my game show. People wanted to hear about my game show stuff. All right, we're going to talk about my game show now. Let me try to catch up on some comments. Look, Bria wanted to cut my game show. Try looking to Queen Web series, Amanda. Mohit's here. I told you so many. Mohit. People gonna. I've been busy. Mohit's mad at me because I didn't do reactions. Became friends. Oh, and Kid and Hari are friends because of me. Oh, look at me. I'm making friends out there. I'm making people friends. I'm hooking friends, lifelong friends up. I feel good today. That's a good thing. My name is pronounced so hard. Sue. You know I'm not, even if you tell me this, I'm not going to get it right. TikTok's here. Hi, TikTok. All right. True brother. And oh, look, they are friends. They always do that as possible. Who is Tina? We got, did you know recently crowned Miss Universe in Atlanta? Yes. And my friend was there. She went and saw it in Atlanta. She lives in Atlanta. Just Mohit. Mohit still mad at me. Still mad at me, Mohit. I'm going to skip. Look, when you calm down. See, and kids there. When you calm down, we can talk. It can't be fixed. Oh, yeah, Mark said that. Tell us about the photo. Oh, Suhar wants to know about the photo behind me. So I got to talk about the game show and the photo. The ending. Oh, Rupa wanted to know about the ending. I feel like I can't talk about the ending because that gives spoilers. Mohit still mad at me. Still struggle for. I cannot wait for that movie to come in torrent so you watch it without paying money, so you can shove it to all. Wait, why is you wanting to watch it on torrent, shoving it to SJWs? I don't understand that. That's confused. Struggle forever. I don't understand how that's doing with the SJWs. No, agree with you, man. Enjoy it. And my jaw did drop a few times, but there was enough to make me overly excited. Yeah. All right. Hi, bro. Bro's here. Bro's here. Cyborg. Took a break, cigarette time, but is that character really related to that other character the movie implies? You know what I'm referring to? I don't know what you're referring to, Evans. I cannot, Evans. You know I can't say nothing. This is what I will say. Oh, look, I said I'm gonna stop talking about Star Wars. I brought a friend who is a bigger, like probably even bigger Star Wars fan than me. I mean, I'm a Star Wars fan, but not one of those like I know everything and follow all the Star Wars stuff. Not like that. He's a bigger Star Wars fan than me, and some of the twists, some of the things, the ending was. Oh wait, Evans done said it. Oh, he already saw it. I can't either. I saw it last. Oh, okay. Evans saw it. Then, oh, okay. So this is what I was going to say, Evans, about what you're just saying there. Like my one friend that I brought, they were like, that wasn't that surprising to me. That's what they said. I was like, really? That was surprising to me. I wasn't expecting that. But here they were like, that wasn't that surprising to me. So that's what I got to say about that. What did you? So now Evans, he like took a break to have this conversation. I feel like he took a break to talk about the Star Wars. I want to know Evans' thoughts because me and Evans, we always like get back and forth. If I would rate this movie, let's see if I would rate it. I mean, I liked it. Some of the stuff at the end, I was just like, I don't understand why they did this. I'm confused here. I enjoyed it. I would even say like 8 out of 10, 7.5, 8 out of 10. Like it was not, I enjoyed it. I did. I want to see what Evans gives it. Fabria said, how's Mama's Geeks? Thank her for supporting you through the show. I will tell her, Fabria. Now look, so now y'all want to hear about my game show. Evans said, all right, before, had some magical scenes and shots. Abrams did his homework. Nothing more, nothing less. That's a good rating. I agree. Tina agrees. Yeah. No, that's what I said. Like J.J. Abrams, you can even tell in The Force Awakens, like he likes to stay true to like the Star Wars feel, give you that entertaining Star Wars kind of movie. He definitely like produced that and anything. I just felt like even the twists and turns, like I was like, oh my gosh, but I wasn't just like overly, like you said, over like, what? I wasn't like overly like that in any part of the movie. I was for Mandalorian. See, I'm all my brain right now is all Mandalorian. I'm like, yeah, this was fun. But I'm like, it ain't no Mandalorian because I'm loving the Mandalorian. I guess 7.5, 8. The Last Jedi is at the first place. Sorry, boys. Evans like The Last Jedi. I didn't hate the last. I'm not one of that Last Jedi haters either. All right, DePolly. Well, let's talk about my game show that I was on. For those of you that don't know much about The Price is Right, did that just seem like a sun came on me? Did y'all see? Like I was sitting here and I felt like that. It happened again. Did that happen again? I don't know what's going on. I feel like there's a ray of sunshine around me. I mentioned The Price is Right, and it had. Is it gonna do it again? All right. I just had to. I was just. Did y'all notice that though? I felt like there was like a ray of sunshine that just came over me real quick right there. Man, if you look at all the Abrams words, the problem is always the third act. Same for this movie, in my opinion. No, he's like I would say conservative, right? Like kind of in the stuff. He don't want to go too much outside the box. He stays kind of conservative in his directing, especially like with the I mean, even with the Force Awakens, it's like a nod, a nostalgia. Like he likes to keep it like that. He likes to keep that original Star Wars kind of feel. I agree. All right. Let me talk about The Price is Right. Can't close the grill. That's his problem in all the movies. Nobody wants to talk about me being on the game show. Nobody. We got to still get out. Evans took a break. He does his homework opposite. I agree. That's why I was saying I enjoyed it, but I wasn't overwhelmed with this movie. You know, I enjoyed it, but I wasn't just like, oh my God, you have to go see it. I love it so much. It's definitely a fun, enjoyable Star Wars, but nothing that's going to make me, scream from the rooftops about. No, Kate. Look, I'm not. Do you know what Kate did? I can never say Kate. Because last week I didn't go live, right? I wasn't live last week. And it's because, I was on the game show. The Price is Right. I was on the game show. It was live on TV during my time when I'm supposed to go live. So that's why I put out the message. And remember, next week, Wednesday is Christmas. So I won't be live on Christmas. I'm not coming live next week because it's Christmas Day. And so I won't be. But last week I wasn't live and I didn't even announce it because I didn't want to announce that I'm on the game show. They want you to keep it kind of like this. I can only be like, I'm in the audience, watch it, So I didn't announce that I was on it, like officially on it. And so I couldn't. And you know what Keith said? They said, you didn't come on live on Wednesday because your boyfriend Ritik didn't write you back on Instagram and you didn't want to come and talk about it. That ain't true. He didn't write me back. No, I still checked to see if he read it. He still didn't even read it. It must have been lost. This is what I figured. It was lost in the many messages he got. Because if he knew I wrote him, he would have wrote back. I'm just saying that was lost in the many messages. The many messages that he gets. Mine was like buried in there. But that's not why I was not live last Wednesday. Kaif. That is not. It's an okay Star Wars movie. Kind of disappointed. Well, at least I have The Mandalorian. Gotta go. See, that's what I'm saying, Evans. Mandalorian all the way. Bye, Evans. Thanks for stopping by. Where you will use your money? Where's my cut of your? Everybody, how come everybody wants the loans and cuts of the winnings and all this stuff? Number one, I don't even have the money yet that I won. Don't even have it yet. They don't send the money till months after the show airs. You gotta wait a good 3 months after show, and they tell you and I went on the game show back in October. Well, into September, beginning of October. It didn't air till middle of December. So I had to wait a few months even there. No one had done one. Can't really talk about it. And then once the show airs, they don't even send you the money till like 3 months after. But if y'all don't know, let me tell you this. If you never heard of The Price is Right, this is like a game show in the U.S. Probably one of the most popular. We have a couple most popular. This is one of the most popular. It's been on over like 30 years. Over 30 years. One of those that, like, if you are home during the week, if you're home sick, if you're like your parents or even grandparents are home like during the week, This is something they watch like almost every single day. This is like one of these famous game shows everybody here knows about. Like you hear this, you hear about this game show. You just say the Price is Right. People are like, oh, the Price is Right. Yes, I love that show. And there ain't nobody, maybe little kids, some of the little kids, because some people I was like, the Price is Right. And they're like, oh, they heard of it, but they never really watched it, right? So this is a famous game show. And what it is, like you go there and you get picked out the audience. You can get picked out the audience to go on the stage and win all kind of prizes. Usually though, the prizes are not cash. So me having won the cash prize is kind of big. The other people that didn't win the cash prize, they get other things. They get like, you can win a car. I feel like my prize was the best because I got to pay taxes on the prizes. Everybody that wins, you got to pay taxes on the prizes. Before you even get the prize, they give you an envelope and they're like, this is how much you owe before you even get your prize. Since I got a cash prize, they were like, this is all the money we took out of your winnings and this is what you're going to have left. They take a lot out of it for the taxes. You want a crazy party, Rupam? Prabria last week, but you didn't write back. I didn't, Prabria. Oh. It might have got lost, like Ricktick's message. My message got lost in Ricktick's. I bet you it got lost, Prabria. Just like my message did on Ricktick's. You can't trust Instagram and their pings. I feel like, or unless he would have found mine, it should have mine on top. I should have been like, I'm Ricktick's special person. You should keep my message on top. Don't let them get lost in there. Rupam said, oh, why I chose the pink shirt. So this is one thing. Everybody I didn't like that pink shirt, number one. My friend made the shirts. My shirt was too small. And I done told her, like she did. I said, she got the smaller size. My shirt was too small. I said, first of all, I was trying to pull it down because it was coming up on the arms too small. I was like, you did this on purpose. I said, you did this on purpose. You knew I was going to get picked and you did this, got me the shirt too small on purpose. She was like, it got you on stage. You didn't, because that's what was the thing. I wanted a blue shirt too. I was like, pink, that's going to make us look extra just big on TV, extra wide on TV. It's going to make my booty extra big because, the TV ads, like the pounds and stuff. And she's like, it got you on stage, didn't you? Because she said that's how you stand out. You got to stand out. We got all the pink shirts and you stand out and the pink's going to stand out. I'm like, I really stand out when you got me the pink shirt that's too small for me. That's really having to stand out. But she's like, it got you on stage, didn't? I don't know if that got me on stage. I feel like the personalities get you on stage because that process, there's a long process before even going in the audience. It's not like you just show up and you go get your seat in the audience. Oh no, you got to do paperwork. You get numbers. You get interviewed. Like they're very strategic about, I feel like, who they pick to go on the show. Even where you sit, they're strategic about that. Like they had us sitting right in the front of the contestants row thing, like right behind where the people stand bidding on the prizes and stuff. But I feel like even that was strategic. They sit people certain places because of that. Thank you, Tina. Why your other friends were not got the chance to participate in the game on the stage? Listen, I thought my one friend was. We thought the whole time because they do interviews. And I feel like they're not going to pick more than one person from a group. They only pick so many people. They won't pick like two people from the same group. If you're in a group, you're probably, and one of y'all do get picked, that's going to be it. So one person from that group will get picked. So they picked me out of the group. And that's what I said. It's a long process. Like they interview people. They have cameras there, up on there before you even get to an interview watching you. They got people walking around watching you. I feel like they scan the crowd good. And I feel like they already know who they're going to pick sometimes, most of the time, even before you get to the interview. Because at that interview, we went to the little interview and you go in groups. So the whole group was there. They talked to my one friend the whole time in the interview. hardly even asked me a question. I was like, mad. I was mad. I was like, they hardly even talked to me. She's gonna get up. She don't even know about the show. I always get mad. I'm like, this is my dream. I want to be on the Price is Right, always on the game show. And I thought I wasn't gonna get picked, which I'm like thinking back, I'm like, oh, that was maybe even strategic of them. Because when my name was called, I was so shocked. You saw it. I was like, what? No way. I was called. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it because I thought my friend was the whole time. And you saw Rupam. You saw when they picked me and called my face. I jumped over the chairs. It was because I was almost 100% sure they wasn't going to call me. I knew they would if they called anybody, one person, like if there's a group of people, they're only going to call one person out that group. I knew that only one person out that group, and I was for sure they were going to call my friend because they talked to her like the whole time. The whole time they were joking and all that, and then they asked me something quick, but almost skipped over me. But that's what I said. That's like strategic because I thought her name was getting called and mine 100% wasn't. I was like, we could have took bets. I would have bet that she was gonna be called. That's how much. So that's why when my name was called, just the whole time it was just like, and then to be all right, my name's called, and then to be the first one on stage, and then to win the big prize like that. Oh, dream come true. It was crazy. It was crazy. Please retrieve my account from those lost accounts. All right, I'm going to look for it. Pabria. Hey, did you? Well, I think the pink, oh yeah, it did first. I agree with Tina. Those pink shirts really look good. Oh, Pabria, thank you. It would have looked good if mine was the correct size. I told her, I said, you did this on purpose. You did this on purpose for your own enjoyment to make, because then that you watch the part, I spun the wheel because you go over there, like at the middle part and you spin the wheel. And I was watching my shirt come up, all my stuff showing over there. I was like, I'm showing all my stuff spinning this wheel because I got this shirt that don't fit. Hedrick will be so pissed off when he knows that you have a pic of his Kayak. You don't even start with this, Kayak. Look, Joshua starting. Look, he rubbed off on you in the wrong ways. What will you choose if you give a chance between money and any type of accessory? I mean, that's what I said, Rupam. I would have chose the money, mostly because of the taxes you have to pay. That's what I said. After the show's over, they bring all the winners and the losers, into a room with the tax people. And they tell you, they give you all your paperwork. You sign it. You got to sign it. And for me, it was easy because they just take the taxes out your winnings. For the other people, it is not. They have like two choices. They give them an envelope, really. They say, this is how much you have to pay in money before you even get your prize. You have to give us this money before you even get your prize. And if you don't have that money, you can forfeit your prize. You can sign the paperwork right there to be like, I do not accept the prize because you can't afford to pay the taxes. I'm sure there's people that do it. I mean, for them to even have the paperwork like that and then to forfeit their prize, I'm sure there's people that have, if they can't afford to pay the taxes on it. So I feel like mine was the best winnings, because I didn't have to pay anything. They just subtracted it from the taxes from when I won. Oh, dear man, Ritik, sir, miss you. See, Raja knows. You hear that, Keith? Raja knows my boyfriend misses me. What was the big prize? I mean, I feel like my prize was the biggest of the day, even though I didn't win it. So I had the chance to win $100,000. That's what I had the chance to win. So that was like the biggest prize you can win of the whole day, $100,000. They had this lady, I mean, people won more than me when you like put it together. Like they had a lady that won a car and that was like 20-something thousand dollars, right? But I stopped early. Good thing I did because I would have lost it all. But I took the 10,000. But I felt my prize was the biggest of the day. What I could have won 100,000 if I kept going, but then I would have lost. So then that wouldn't have been good. But yeah, that was like the biggest prize you can win that day, $100,000. I didn't win the most that day. Like I said, like they had a lady that won a car. They had the guy that won like trips and boats when they had the showcase showdown thing. But I think the game I played and that prize was the biggest prize they offer on that show. That's the biggest prize they offer on the show. So that's why I said I lucked out on top of it because I won the biggest prize. Like I played the game where you can win the biggest prize. I won the cash and $10,000, which I don't have that check yet. Because everybody, can I get it? No, I don't have the money yet. They haven't sent it. But it comes at the right time because I feel like as soon as I won it, I started needing to spend it. I'm like things have just happened when I'm like, I'm glad I'm having this money coming. My basement flooded. I got to pull up all the like we pulled up all the carpet. I got to get new flooring. Like I had a big flood in my house and I was like, good thing I won on the Price is Right to pay for this. Like just stuff started happening. Doesn't the universe seem to do this sometimes? When you get a big streak of good luck, like the force always has to be balanced. Bringing it back to Star Wars, right? When you get a good luck, all the good stuff happening, then you got to have bad luck to even it out. And I feel like that's what's happening with this. I won how great of a luck is that? I won all these prizes and stuff. And then my car, like the tires I had to get, they had nails in it. And car tires are expensive, so I had to replace it. And I was like, good thing I got that Price is Right money. Had a big flood in my basement. Good thing I got that Price is Right money. My fence outside needs to be fixed. I'm like, good thing that Price is Right money's coming. So it's like, people like, how you gonna spend it? I'm like, oh, it's being spent already, and it ain't even here because it balance. It's the balance in the force, the balance in the luck right there. Hi, Matthew Lee. Can you again participate in that show, or is there a policy? So I can't right away. I say this, they had a lady there in the audience who was on the show. I know she was on the year I was born, so 43 years ago. She was on the show. She said, I think it was the year I was born, like 1976. Maybe it wasn't, but it was like a long time ago. She was like on some of the way back, like in the original days on the show then. And she won and she got on stage and she said like there was like a policy. I don't know if it's because they changed host or if like there's a 30-year policy or something, but you had to wait like a really long, like I'm going to be, if I want to try to go back on it, I'm going to have to be like a really old lady. Like, but that's what I'm saying. She had to wait a long time. So I know I can't go on like right away. I don't know how long I have to wait though. But I know like some of the people have, like this lady's she's trying to get back on it. She already went on it once. All right, Keith said, oh, what if someone tells you that your channel is reported by, why you want to rub in my boyfriend? Why you want to do this? Why you want to do this, Keith? Wait, listen. We don't have to. Kaif just came here to rub in that my boyfriend didn't write me back. That's what I feel like, Kaif. Did you just come here to rub in that my boyfriend didn't write me back on Instagram? I'll read him again. We will make sure my message don't get lost in the crowd. What was your family's reaction when they came to No One? I'm sure they were happy too. Oh yeah. So I like my family, because you can't tell nobody. Right? Like you have to sign papers. They'll threaten you. They'll be like, we'll take away your prize if you go and tell everybody. But you can tell like certain people. They said, like my husband, I could tell him because like it affects, what they say, if you share like money and stuff that they need to know, financial stuff, you can tell. So like he knew and stuff, but a lot of people, family, they were like, you didn't even tell me you're going on. I'm like, I really couldn't. All I can say was that we're in the audience, watch it, and that's all I really could say. So a lot of people didn't even know. What I did though is I had a party. So after the show aired, that aired on a Wednesday, on Friday night, I had like a little viewing party where like most of the people haven't watched the show because they work during the day. It comes on during the day, and they were at work, and I was like, just wait to watch it because for my party. So I had like a viewing party where we all like got together and watched it, and that was fun to like have all my friends there who haven't seen it, and some family that haven't seen it at all. They didn't watch it because I had the link online. I was like, don't watch it. If you're gonna come to my viewing party, don't watch it. So they didn't watch it. So they watched it like live with us here. And that was fun. And they were like, oh my gosh. But some of them had heard because a lot of people like on Facebook and social media were like, congratulations, Amanda. So some had heard that I won the money, like how much I won and stuff. But some didn't. So it was fun like doing that. And them being kind of shocked, like, oh, you won? You were able to fulfill your dreams. Oh, I was. Like, that's always, people didn't believe me. When we were out there, the friends I was with, because there was 4 of us, I kept telling them, I said, this is my dream. This is my dream. And they didn't believe me. They were like, this ain't your dream. What are you talking about? This is your dream. I said, listen, and I grabbed my phone. I said, I'm going to text my husband right now. I'm going to send him a message. I'm going to say, and I did. I said, what is my dream? That's all I said. And I showed them. I said, look, I'm going to do it right now. What is my dream? And you know what he replied with? He replied right away, your dream is to be on a game show and win big. That's his exact reply. And I was showing him, I'm like, see, this has always been my dream. My husband knows my dream. Go on a game show and win. So it was a dream coming true for me. Even if I didn't win. Do you know, even if I was even, so I told you when I didn't think I was going to get picked, I was like, get mad. But I'm going to tell you what, it turned around like this when we got into the audience and I saw where they sat us and we were right behind contestants row. I was like, we're going to be on TV the whole time. I was so excited because I'm like, it's still a dream just being here because this is one of the game shows I always like. If I could have picked a game show to be on, this would have been my number one choice. So even to be in the audience and then on there, so it was a dream come true. I'm so happy you enjoyed yourself and won an awesome prize. Oh, thank you, Matthew Lee. How kids and your husband reacted to it at the game show. I mean, my family will say, even my husband too, but they were like surprised. I think surprised at like what I won, like, oh my God, you won $10,000. That's crazy that you won that big prize. But they weren't shocked that I got on it. I think because when I put my mind to something and I tell them, I'm like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get on this game show. Even though when I was there and they didn't, when I didn't think I was going to get picked and mad and I was like almost 100% I wasn't. I still, even before that, will put everything into what I want. They say, put out in the universe, you can manifest it and all this. I do. I think positively. I'm like, I'm going to get on this game show and blah, blah. And a lot of times, like, and it's not just luck. It's like hard work or like determination and like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get on there and I'm da, da, da. So I think in that sense, like they weren't so surprised because if I say I'm going to do something, even if it's a crazy goal, like I'm going to be a YouTuber and get 10,000 subscribers. Like, who would have thought that a year ago? I had like 2 subscribers and then even have right now over 14,000. Like, but I'm like, but my husband has learned, he's like, when you put your mind to something and you really want something, you put everything into it, give your all to it to make it happen. So I feel like in that way, like they weren't surprised. Some people are like, of course, you're just lucky. Da, da. I'm like, it ain't luck. This is work and just positive energy and just determination and motivation. But it takes not to get on the game show, take a lot of hard work, but it's like I had to put my all into it. Like when I was there, I was pumped and I was like, let's do this, So I'm just saying they weren't like that. Even before going on the game show, like when our friends heard that we're going there, they're like, oh man, you're going to get on. They kept saying that you're going to get on stage. You're going to get on stage. So even in my mind, I'm like, yes, I am. Yeah, I'm going to get on stage. And that's probably why I was even more crushed when they thought they were going to pick my friend. Because I was like, no, this is my dream. And everybody say, I'm going to be on stage. This is my dream. Don't be taking the dream away from me. All right. Where am I at? The force was with you indeed, Matthew. I spent 3 days with Anna, and she never said a word. See, Tina? Because, Tina, they threatened me taking my money away. They're like, you will not get your prize if you talk about going on the show and winning. They threatened you. I was like, oh, I'm not losing my prize. Oh no, I ain't talking about this. We could say we were on in the audience and even had like the good spot and everything. So we're like, go ahead and see if one of us gets on stage. Blah 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 blah. I also watch. Oh, what do you say? Also watch this show first time because of you. I love it. And now watch it's Rufo, you watch all the episodes now? I did listen, and then because they used to have an old host, Bob Barker, who was like the most famous person and then they have the new one. I used to watch them all with Bob Barker, the original guy, all the time. And I haven't watched so much of the new one. Like this game, the game that I played, I had never even seen that game before in my life. Like it was the first time. Some of the games that were played, like the lady who won the car on my show and she rolled the dice, that was one of the games I was like, oh, I would like to play that one. I've seen that game many times, but the one I played, never seen it. I didn't even know the strategy. Apparently there is a strategy to win 100,000. I didn't even know that just because I didn't know how to play the game. Like I had never seen it. Your background should be full of rich pics. Okay. Then the next day you'll come in front of the Indian newspaper with the relation between Hittrick and this YouTuber. Should I ask for that, Kay, for Christmas? I feel like I should ask to have all the pictures of Rittik to have on my background for Christmas. Kaif, listen, are you looking for a Christmas present for me, Kaif? Because that's what I want. Some pictures of Rittik on my background. Especially the ones when his underwear ads. Don't say I said that. Shh. That would be good. My husband I'd have to lock the door when I take him out. He'd be like, why is there this man out here in his underwear and all in your background? I'm gonna behave. Who's your personal favorite Bollywood actress? That's hard. I'll have to think about that one. Mooch TV. Mooch TV, Amanda, come on down. Glad you found that my review for. So we'll be up tonight. Oh, you saw it too, Mooch. I saw it. Mine's gonna be up tonight, even though embargo already broke. I was up late last night and I'm tired. So I will have my official review up today. Surprised or good surprise? Oh, it was definitely good surprise. When we're talking about the game show and come on, or the kids. What for Bria, I'm not sure. But don't you think being selected on stage was just 50% important that this was winning game on stage? I don't know what you mean, Rupam. But don't you think being selected on stage was just 50% important that, oh yeah. No, so Rupam 100%, being selected, I mean, you can get on stage and do all you can, but winning up there, I mean, that's a total chance, right? Winning, that takes some skill. But I feel too, I had it's nice to my friends in the audience who helped, and they helped by not even helping. They were talking to people random that watch the show all the time. Even my one friend said, oh, this lady right by me, she watches the show every day. And even the thing I selected, that coffee cappuccino maker, she's seen them before, have it as a prize. And she even told my friend, she was like, that's a lot more than people think. They always want to bid low because it's a cappuccino maker. She's like, but you got to bid high on that because it's a lot more than people think. So then even she was calling out, oh, it's hot, these high numbers. So I knew my friends would be there talking to people around and getting ideas and stuff. So I feel like it was a group effort even then, because even the audience, when they were saying stop, the whole audience, stop. I mean, I would have stopped anyway because I wasn't sure. But I'm just saying, I feel like you also get a lot of help from your friends in the audience and even audience members that you don't know and you become friends with and stuff. So, but it is hard. It is hard to win. I mean, you go on a game show, not everybody wins. It is kind of 50-50, even with help with friends and the audience and all that kind of stuff. It's your hard work and determination. And no, it is. It's all of it, Prabria. Here comes, I don't even know if I want to read what Kai says. Do you know that Ritik is a divorcee? That happens because in the movie Kite, Ritik is very scenes. Every female character unzip. Oh, really? I need to see this movie. No, I'd probably get mad too. The movie was a flop, so it wasn't worth it. Listen, I'd probably get mad too. I would get, but did they show him with the no, I shouldn't say that. Pics of his underwear ad looks like I should write it down on Twitter. You make my day every Wednesday. Oh, sweetheart, thank you. It's a very cool key. I gotta admit, I can barely pronounce Bollywood actors and actors' name, which at times makes me Matthew Lee. Look, you know how wrong I get all the names of the movies, all the names of the songs, especially. I feel like the only name I get right is Ritik, and that's because I dream about it. That's because I dream about his name. I feel like that's the only reason I get his name right. Everybody else, I know I get it wrong, and that's why I feel like I give it a good try. He was even the one to Asharia. How many times my friends here try to get me to say her name right, and I still can't. Like, I feel like they have tried more times to get her name right than the Ritiks, and I still don't. So don't feel bad, Matthew Lee. I get it all wrong, and it's okay. Because they know we come from love. We try. We do an effort. Ritik knows that even if I got his name wrong, that I'm trying, and he's still my boyfriend. Yeah, you should put those pics behind you and write Ritik diehard fan. Can you please say, as the bunny hops, that I feel sorry for her for not being able to hug from her favorite Devin? I will say that. I will tell her that for Bria. Sorry if I didn't catch your favorite person's name right. For Bria, I'm going to totally tell her that. I'll let her know. She will. I feel like no one else has told her that, Bria, and you're going to be the first person, and she's going to feel very happy that you did so. I bet. I'm going to pass it along. And which city the show was shot? You're in Missouri. Yeah. So I'm in Missouri, but it's shot in Los Angeles, California. I mean, all the big shows and stuff are out either in Los Angeles or like New York, right? Those are where the big shows are if you're going to go anything. Ain't nothing in Missouri. But I was actually in LA, like California, at that time because I went for my friend's wedding. So I don't know, when I spun the wheel, did you hear I call out congrats to my friends? And then I was also out there when I went to the Maleficent red carpet. So that was all in that time. If y'all remember when I went to the red carpet for Maleficent, so we went to Maleficent that Monday night, and then it was the next day. The next day after Maleficent is when we went on The Price is Right. I think it was the next day. It was Tuesday. So that next day is when we went on The Price is Right. The day after we went to the Maleficent red carpet. You should definitely watch that movie. Even Hitler undressed the. No, I ain't watching that now. No. Okay, that's the worst movie ever. Then I ain't watching that unless someone could just skip out all the parts with the girls. Maybe they can put my face on the girls. Oh, and thank Mama Geek and Funny Hops for your support. I will for Bria. I would definitely pass it along. All right, y'all. It is winding down, huh? It's an hour I've been on. I do have a lot of. That's what. And Rupam even just said, Christmas planning done, festive time for you, right? I have a lot more to do. That's why I was like even wanting to go or early. Well, not early. It's been an hour, but having to go because I still have. I think I have almost all of my Christmas shopping done. All the Christmas presents done. I still need to wrap them up. I still need to do all my wrappings. I did some of them. I feel like I'm on top of it this year with at least wrapping the presents and having it all ready. Also, today I'm starting to bake. Christmas time, I love to bake like all the different Christmas cookies and treats. I will make tons of batches of cookies. I will make like 10 batches, and that's talking about like each batch will make what, like a few dozen, 2 to 3 dozen. So do y'all know what a dozen is? That's an American thing too, huh? A dozen's 12. So, right? Do they just do dozens for America? Or is this all over? Because I know the metric system don't use dozens. So I'll make like batches, so many I'll make hundreds and hundreds of like hundreds of different, and they're different kind of cookies. You got these, all the different kind of cookies and treats, but then I'll like put them all together in containers and I'll give them out to people at work, or I'll send them with my husband's work, or neighbors will give like a container, Merry Christmas to like the neighbors and friends and some family. So I still got, so this starting today, I'm going to try to finish wrapping the presents. I don't know if we'll get done with it, but I'm going to do some presents. But today starts the baking. We're going to start making the treats. Dozen is 12. Pabria knows. Now, is that all around? As it doesn't, everybody knows what it doesn't? Because I know the metric system's different. You're talking about inches and all, and miles, that people don't know that because of the metric. But is dozen, everybody knows a dozen? I just have to be sure about this. So, yeah. So today I'm trying to finish up wrapping my presents, and I still got work to finish. I'm doing stuff on my site for like the holidays. I still got some work to finish, but I'm almost done with that. Or we'll have like a little Christmas break from the work, having to do that. But that's when it starts, like my baking and just getting everything ready already. And my house, like all the decorations are up. The tree is up. All that stuff is done. But it's going to be this week coming up, like a lot of baking, finishing wrapping presents. And then like I'm going to we're all going to go. So Christmas morning, I'll say the tradition, like we wake up Christmas morning and that's when Santa Claus comes. Now my son knows there's no Santa. He already knows, like his friends, he's old enough. He's a teenager, right? I feel like my daughter, she's 11. I feel like she knows there's no Santa. I feel like it, but she will never admit it. She won't admit there's no Santa. Like, but at that age, most of the kids start talking to each other. There's that, and they'll tell each other, there's not really a Santa, da 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 da. But she will still, like, she'll be like, oh, Santa's coming, blah blah. And in my mind, I'm like, I wonder. I'm like, I don't think she believes. And we've even talked, like my son, and we've been talking about it. They'll be like, oh, so and so says there's no Santa. What do you believe, Mom? And I'll be like, I was like, listen, I was like, I don't say there ain't no Santa because I still want to leave that open. If I say 100% there ain't no Santa, I know I'm not getting presents from Santa. But if I just say maybe, there is, maybe look, Santa will leave a present on the tree. If there really is, you can't just like say there's no Santa. So maybe she just has that in her mind too. Like, okay. But she'll still like, so anyway, Christmas morning, they're like, oh, Santa come. Da, da, da. I wish though, too, she would just like come to the realization that there's no Santa. Because when my son realized there wasn't no Santa, do you know how much more he appreciated us? Because all those years, Santa gets the good rap, right? They're like, oh, look what Santa did for me. Look at the presents Santa brought for me. Not mom and dad spending all their money getting your presents and then spending all time wrapping it. So when he like had the realization, like, oh, there is no Santa, my mom and dad's really doing that, he had way more appreciation for us. Now, he is one that needed it because he's like more of the trouble one. My daughter's already a sweet and appreciates us a lot. So I feel like maybe that was better for him. And I don't care so much for her because she's already very appreciative of stuff and sweet and that kind of stuff. But anyway, Christmas morning, yes, we wake up, oh, Santa came. And then we always have like one more, not, I wouldn't say a big gift for each kid, but like an expensive kind of gift, like one is expensive. And then we'll have like a lot of little small gifts they unwrap, but one like good gift that they really want. This year, like my son broke his phone. I hope you don't watch my live. So that's the one, like I had to get him a new phone. He broke it, cracked it, all this stuff. So I got him a new phone. That's like his gift. So the one big gift, or their expensive whatever gift, I like to, not every household does this. No, this is just something we like to do. And I started this like 5, 6 years ago, that the one big gift, that's like the first present they unwrap, but we do like a scavenger hunt through the house. So they'll see like a clue number one, and they'll be like, oh, read the clue. And it brings them in another part in the house to clue number two. And then I'll give a clue. This is like the clue might be, this is where you go and get something to drink, just like but it's cute and it rhymes. Like, this is where you go to do this and that. And then they'll go to that place, and then they'll get another clue, and they'll get like 5 clues to, like, the last clue leads them to where that present is. And then it's wrapped and stuff. So they find the present, and they're like, well, we'll unwrap it. Then we just unwrap all the gifts together, make some like hot cocoa. So that's kind of what we do Christmas morning, just with like me, my husband, and the kids. And then in the afternoon, like we all, like my mom and dad, my sister and her family, like we all get together and have like a meal, and with that, and then her kids, I get them like a little present. But then with that, like my mom, we all pick a name. Again, this is just something like we do. Some families do this, so we all pick. At Thanksgiving time, we all were together at Thanksgiving. So at Thanksgiving time, we put all our names in like a bucket, and we pick names, and that's the present we get for the people. So I picked like my mom's name. So I got my mom a present, like somebody might have picked my name. So and it just, instead of getting like little small things for everybody, and I still give them like my cookies that I made, but we just give that one person the present, and they can get just one nice gift. Cause it's hard. Like, ain't nobody have that kind of money to buy presents for everybody and this kind of stuff. Like we're not like that. We don't got that. So we're like, just one present we each pick, and we're adults. We get stuff for the kids, but just one kind of present we will pick, and we'll do that stuff and have a meal there, and we'll play games. So it'll be a fun day. I'm excited. I mean, Christmas is my favorite holiday. It is. It's my favorite holiday. Bria had one last question. From what date the festive season began actually for you? Oh, for like Christmas? I put up my decorations. So when Thanksgiving hit, right? Thanksgiving was later, and Thanksgiving is on a Thursday, but kind of changes which week it is, like back and forth. This year, it was the last Thursday in November. So that Thanksgiving hits, the next day is Black Friday, the big shopping day of the season. And I always like buy stuff on Black Friday. I started then, but we always put up our decorations, holiday decorations, the weekend after Thanksgiving. So for me, I feel like that's kind of when it starts for me. We put up our tree and our decorations and all that stuff. That's when it starts feeling like Christmas for me, like the holiday season. And then it's the weekend after Thanksgiving. Now we'll meet you after 15 days because next Wednesday. Yes, so I won't be here next Wednesday. It's Christmas Day next Wednesday. Thank you, Merry Christmas. Oh, thank you. I will. And then the Wednesday after that is New Year's. I have to check. I don't think I have anything planned for New Year's. So I should be here for the New Year's, but definitely next week I won't be here. Wishing everyone. Who's calling me? I'm getting a phone call. Who is it? It's my husband. Should we answer it? Do y'all want to answer it live? Okay.
Call from.
Hello. Hey, I'm live right now on YouTube. You want to tell people there hi? My husband says hi, y'all. Oh, you miss me? He's just calling because he misses me. I love you too. I'll call you back I'm almost done. I'm wrapping it up. Bye. We had a live call right on my live. How is that live? How does my husband should be watching me live on YouTube? He don't support my channel, does he? He's not watching me live. All right. I gotta go. It's over an hour, but it's India the same. 12 dozen. All right, see you next year. I know, next year. Guys, make a wish for Santa to be. I wish. Listen, that's a good one. I should have put Ritik on my list for Santa to have him under the tree. I know Santa don't exist, but damn, miss those days. I know the excitement, the anticipation was the best. All right, y'all. Well, yeah, it won't be. I'll see y'all next year, the next time I'm live. But I'll be having videos before then. And I always love seeing y'all's comments. But Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, or whatever y'all celebrate. People have the Hanukkahs and the festivals, like all the different ones. All the different. That's why they just say holidays, right? I say Merry Christmas, but it's like Happy Holidays to everyone. And have a good one. And thanks for coming. I miss y'all. I always miss y'all. Merry everything. Bye, y'all. Bye. Have a good one. Bye.